Hey, Field Church supporters, this is Sam and Chad here, and we're excited to do another video and update you. Sorry, it's been a while since we've given you guys a video. Hopefully you guys have seen all of our updates. We try to keep you updated more regularly through our social media, so seeing salvations and just things that are happening throughout the life of our church in those. But we did want to send a quick video via the email that you guys get and just let you know what's happening and again say thank you. So Chad, why don't you just give them some of the wins that are happening in the life of our church?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we're really excited about. The number one thing I think we're most excited about right now is from the beginning we've tried to build into our church to build long-term relationships with lost people in their world and to pick even places around town to go to regularly to build those relationships. And that's been happening a lot. I can share a lot of stories. I'll just share one that kind of highlights what's been happening. But one of our guys, Seth Ernest, a lot of you guys know him, he chose a PJ's Coffee, it's a local coffee shop here, to go after work. He's a middle school teacher, art teacher here in town. And so every couple days a week, he would go stop at PJ's, and he started building relationships with the staff, with people who go there regularly. And he's been doing that for the past 6 to 8 months. And just this past month, three of the guys there have placed their faith in Christ, and he's discipling all three. And so that's just a good example of what we care about most. We want to come into the community. We want to infiltrate places. We want to build real, genuine relationships with the people around us, and through that time, be able to share multiple times the gospel and share life with them. And so I could go on. There's my wife, me, Sam's wife, many of our other core team people, and now some of our new members have started doing this process, and we're seeing these stories happen over and over again. And so that's a big part of your all's prayers, and it's a big part of what we've been focused on while we're here. And seeing God provide that fruit over months of labor has been really encouraging to us. Also, we've been able to baptize 28 people this past year. So we started last September, our first services, and so up to this date, a couple Sundays ago, we baptized 11 people on a Sunday, a couple whole families, and so that was really exciting. A lot of those were stories out of those relationships being built over the past few months. We've seen new families come to our church and get plugged in as members. We have a pretty strong core membership now. I think like 40 or maybe even 50 now new members at our church who are plugging in and serving and laboring alongside of us and being discipled. We also, just our services are flourishing and growing, and even the new building is starting to become finished and working out, and we're right there in the heart of town. And so God's really been blessing a lot of things within our church, and we're really excited about just continuing to see what He does here in this community as our people continue to grow. And so Sam's going to take a few minutes to share about some new ministries and some new things we have coming up, and just some prayer requests that we have. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I just echo what Chad said. It's been amazing to primarily watch our people catch the vision of actively reaching the people in their own world. And so that's been the primary win, as our people have been deciding to find the people in their world that are there on purpose and actively reach them. And then at the same time, they're being equipped to do so. So we're helping people learn how to share their faith and disciple so that they are equipped to do that. That's our primary focus and what we do throughout our days with people, one-on-one discipleships and those types of things. And so all in all, God is really doing a lot. Just some awesome things. On our staff team, we have now Taylor and Connor who are here, and they're doing so much of what Chad mentioned as well, like reaching the people in their own world, their families, Lindsay and Taylor and Connor and Caroline, and then seeing some part-time interns come in that are really learning how to do full-time vocational ministry, that are skilled and equipped and wanting to do that. We got a guy named Tanner who helps Taylor with worship, and then we have a guy named Dakota who is starting to create, a student ministry for us as we work with him, and it's been great. Last night, they meet every Tuesday, and so last night they had a bunch of new students, and they just were able to invest in them and then love on them and have fun as well, and so that's been awesome. And then Kirsty King, she's going to be kind of transitioning into a primary kids ministry role for us, So to at this point, everyone's kind of done everything in the life of our church, and so we're excited about all these kind of specific niches being filled by specific people. So, and at the same time, just keeping the main things the main things. So sharing our faith, helping people grow in their faith, discipling them, and then equipping them to reach the people in their world. So all in all, it's been amazing. Thank you guys for your prayers. Thank you for your investment. But we need your prayers, and more than anything, we know that in and out of the growth, we've been walking through the book of Acts, and so what we've seen is that on the front side, there's a lot of growth. The church is growing, flourishing, a lot of good things happening. And on the back side, there's a lot of growth. The church is flourishing, and a lot of good things are happening. But in the middle, there's always a lot of problems and persecutions and failures and shortcomings and all that. And so we kind of feel like we're right there in the book of Acts with this church plan, that we see God doing a lot, and we know at the end God wins, and He's going to continue to do a lot. And in the middle, we work hard and face persecution, face trials, face difficulties. And so we need your prayers for that in the middle there. So a few things that we would ask you to pray for. The first thing is that we're just burdened that our people would continue to do what we're doing. And so we're going to keep pushing that and keep helping people do that. But we're just burdened. We don't want to ever morph into anything different. We want our people to reach the people in their own worlds. And we want our staff to reach the people in our worlds that we meet going through our day, Starbucks or the gym or our neighborhoods. We want our teams to be doing the same thing. So primarily we're just burdened to keep doing the same things we're doing. So if you guys could just pray for that. Second, we'd love for you to pray for just new relationships. So we want to see new people, meet new people, have new people come into our path and be able to start those long-term friendships, those long-term relationships with them, so that it eventually can lead to seeing them follow Jesus and love Him with all their hearts and be involved in our church, in the local church, and those types of things. So we would love for you to continue to pray that we see new relationships. Also would love for you guys to pray just as we continue seeing people start to serve within our church. So a lot of people now looking to plug in to the local church, use their giftings, serve. A lot of people have never done it before, so they don't know how that works, and it's very unconventional in that sense, which has been amazing because we want it to be like that. And so people have never used their giftings like that inside the doors of the church. So just for more servants in kids ministry and in worship and tech and hospitality and just even throughout the week, things that are needed, people are using their gifting. So just pray for more servants in that sense as well. And then lastly, we just ask you to continue to pray for our finances. God has blessed us, and we're able to do what we need to do. But we also want our church to become self-sustaining in that sense, to where we can do what we're needing and wanting to do long-term through the hearts of our people giving, knowing that Jesus is their treasure, and nothing that they possess is their treasure, and because He is of surpassing worth, that they'd be willing to give away earthly treasures in order to advance people knowing about the eternal treasure, Jesus. And so we would love for your prayers through that. So that's all we got. Thank you so much for
Thanks,
all
guys.
that you guys do, and thanks for your support, and thanks for continuing to encourage us through texts and social media and phone calls and visits.
Right.
We love you guys, and we're very thankful for you. So see you later.